Kylie Jenner didn't become a billionaire by selling luxury makeup. She became one by selling the biggest lie of the century. How deep does the manipulation really go when you have the entire world convinced you are an untouchable beauty mogul? Did you really think those lips were just perfectly overlined? Did you truly believe a $29 lip kit was a groundbreaking, exclusive formula designed just for you? Who was actually pulling the strings behind the velvet curtain while millions of teenagers emptied their bank accounts? And the most important question of all, what happens when the financial records of the most famous family on the planet are suddenly exposed to the world as complete, likely forged fabrications? Today we are tearing down the barricades and exposing the ugly truth behind Kylie Jenner's beauty empire. The billionaire illusion is about to shatter. Grab a seat, because this story is much darker than a bad shade of lipstick. Let's go back to 2015. Kylie Jenner stepped into the spotlight, and almost overnight, her lips looked dramatically, undeniably different. Millions of teenage girls looked in the mirror and felt a brand new wave of inadequacy. When the world asked Kylie for her secret, she looked straight down the camera lens and claimed it was just lip liner. She manufactured a massive, widespread insecurity, and the corporate PR machine behind her bottled up that exact insecurity and sold it back to her fans as the cure. A $29 Kylie lip kit. Millions bought it. They crashed the website in minutes. But then, the truth about the formula leaked. A highly respected beauty blogger named Stephanie Nicole published a video breaking down the exact chemical ingredient list of the lip kits. She provided real, undeniable visual proof. The $29 lip kit was practically identical in formula to a budget liquid lipstick by ColourPop, retailing for just $6. Both products were manufactured in the exact same facility by a company called Seed Beauty. You were not buying luxury, you were buying a $6 product, dressed up in a $29 illusion. By 2016, the hype machine was working flawlessly and the money was pouring in. But behind the pink packaging, the operational reality was a complete disaster. Teenagers were waiting weeks for their orders, only to open their mailboxes and find empty cardboard boxes. Internal theft and shipping issues were completely out of control. The fans who actually did receive their makeup often found frayed, defective applicator wands that ruined the product instantly. Therefore, the Better Business Bureau, a major verifiable consumer protection agency, stepped in. They slapped Kylie Cosmetics with a humiliating F rating for failing to resolve a massive pattern of customer grievances. As the empire expanded, the ethics continued to vanish. Independent artists started getting crushed under the weight of the machine. Makeup artist Vlada Haggerty publicly posted side-by-side image proof to Instagram, alleging that Kylie Cosmetics ripped off her signature dripping lip art for their packaging and campaigns. Not long after, British artist Sarah Pope filed a federal lawsuit against Kylie Jenner and NBC Universal, presenting real court documents claiming the brand copied her Temptation Neon lip bite artwork to promote Kylie's reality show. Let's pause and ask a logical question here. If a brand is supposedly raking in hundreds of millions of dollars, why are they stiffing their own customers? Why are they allegedly copying the hard work of independent creators instead of paying for original art? But I need you to hold on, because those empty boxes and stolen logos are just a distraction. The real deception was happening entirely behind closed doors. We will crack open that catastrophic financial filing in just a minute. First, we need to look at how the Jenner empire pushed the limits of consumer exploitation. In 2018, Kylie released a set of luxury makeup brushes. The price tag? An astronomical $360. But professional beauty gurus immediately bought them, tested them on camera, and exposed the truth. They provided video evidence showing they were cheap, lackluster brushes slapped with a massive markup that simply did not compare to established luxury brands. Therefore, the trust between the brand and its audience began to severely fracture. That's not all. The exploitation crossed a dangerous, physical line. In 2019, Kylie expanded into skincare, heavily promoting a walnut face scrub to her millions of impressionable teenage followers. Dermatologists across the internet went into absolute panic mode. They explicitly warned that crushed walnut shells act like microscopic shards of glass on the human face, causing severe micro-tears that trap bacteria and damage the delicate skin barrier. Kylie wasn't just emptying wallets anymore. She was actively risking her fans' physical health for profit. Your skin is irritated, your bank account is empty, your trust is entirely broken. But while everyday teenagers were suffering the consequences of these products, the Kylie corporate machine was cashing a $600 million check from Coty Inc., one of the largest beauty conglomerates on the planet. And now we are here, right at the edge of the biggest revelation. Because in the background of all these scandals, Kylie wasn't just being called a beauty mogul. She was parading around with a title that was about to cost a global corporation hundreds of millions of dollars. The numbers they put on paper, and the numbers that showed up in official SEC filings, were very, very different. For years, Kylie Jenner paraded around as the youngest self-made billionaire in human history. It was a title that commanded ultimate respect and unbelievable influence. Forbes put her on the cover. Using that manufactured hype, she and her mother, Kris Jenner, convinced Coty Inc. to buy a 51% stake in Kylie Cosmetics for $600 million, valuing the entire empire at a staggering $1.2 billion. But when Coty actually took ownership of the company, they were legally required to file real, binding financial records with the Securities and Exchange Commission. And the numbers inside those SEC filings told a story that did not match anything the Jenner camp had been claiming. The public filings revealed that Kylie Cosmetics only generated about $125 million in revenue in 2018. That is nowhere near the $360 million the Jenners had proudly claimed to the media. The skincare line, which Kylie's reps claimed did $100 million in its first month and a half, was actually only on track to finish the year with $25 million. Therefore, in May 2020, Forbes magazine dropped a bombshell expose that shook the financial world. The article was titled, "Inside Kylie Jenner's Web of Lies." Forbes officially and publicly stripped Kylie of her billionaire title. They explicitly accused the Kardashian-Jenner family of handing over likely forged tax returns for years just to make the company look drastically bigger and more profitable than it actually was. The fallout was catastrophic. When the Forbes investigation broke, Coty's stock plummeted, wiping out billions in market capitalization. Furious shareholders immediately filed a class action lawsuit against Coty, alleging the company engaged in a fraudulent scheme by overpaying for an inflated brand. And the empire began crumbling from the inside out. Seed Beauty, the actual manufacturing company that formulated and created all of Kylie's makeup, filed a massive civil lawsuit. They accused her of corporate espionage, claiming she took their highly secretive proprietary formulas and illegally shared them with her new partners at Coty. The toxic culture wasn't just in the boardroom, it bled into her own home. A former housekeeper filed a lawsuit against Kylie Jenner, presenting legal claims of a toxic work environment filled with harassment, discrimination, verbal abuse, and unpaid wages. From the teenagers buying chemical-smelling eyeshadows, to the independent artists fighting for credit, to the domestic staff working in her mansions, the human cost of this empire was staggering. The ugly truth behind Kylie Jenner's beauty empire is that it was never really about makeup. It was never about making young girls feel beautiful, confident, or accepted. From the $6 budget lipsticks hiding in $29 packaging, to the dangerous walnut skincare, to the allegedly forged tax documents submitted to the world's most prestigious financial publications, the trusting everyday fan was entirely used as a stepping stone for insatiable corporate greed. The multi-billion-dollar empire was built on a deeply unstable foundation of false promises, smoke, and mirrors. You were not buying a product, you were buying a story. And when the harsh light of truth finally shone through the cracks, there was absolutely nothing left but empty cardboard boxes and irrevocably shattered illusions. Which secret hit the hardest? Leave it below, because this comment section is about to get interesting. And before you go, subscribe, because next week we open a door that makes today feel like the prologue. The story is just getting started.